We welcome you to Red Wilson Field, the site of game number 38 of the 2018 summer as the Whitey Red Sox host the Orleans Firebirds. The Red Sox coming off a 5-0 victory yesterday over the Wareham Gatemen in Hartford, Connecticut at Dunkin' Donuts Park. A combination of strong offense and strong starting pitching from Tommy Mace got the job done. And for the Orleans Firebirds, 4th place in the Eastern Division, just 2 points ahead of the Brewster Whitecaps as they fight for the final playoff spot in the Eastern Division as we are entering single-digit games remaining in the 2018 summer. Welcome up to the press box here at Red Wilson Field alongside Brandon Pelter. I'm TJ Mathewson, and Brandon, yesterday was the final time we got to see Tommy Mace, but what a start it was for the righty out of Florida, really helping the Whitey Red Sox get out early and get to that 22nd win of the summer.
Fantastic showing, especially after kind of struggled in his first appearance of the summer, and it was a little bumpy ride for Tommy Mace, but to finish it going 5 innings strong, just 2-hit, no-run baseball, that's the way you want to go out. He went out on top, and it really was his top start. He was in command throughout.
It'll be the lefty out of Georgia Tech, Brant Herter on the bump for Whitey today. And here is the lineup he will face, sent out by Kelly Nicholson. Leading off in center field, it's Pat DeMarco, the right fielder J.J. Blade, the all-star, bats second. Batting third will be Spencer Steer at second base, and cleaning up for the Firebirds today at Logan Wyatt at first base. Jack Scrotians will be in left field batting fifth, batting sixth. The catcher James Free. 7th will be the third baseman Justin Levy. Kenyon Yovan, the designated hitter, will bat 8th, and rounding out the 9, the former Whitey Red Sox, Andrew Martinez, is playing short and rounding out the order for the Firebirds, and they will face Brant Herter. Was spectacular his last time out against these Orleans Firebirds back on the 17th of July. 5 innings, a run on just 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, did not walk a batter.
And Herter, the lefty from Georgia Tech so far this season, making start number 7, 2.66 ERA.
The wind, the first pitch from the lefty, over on the inside corner for strike 1 to DeMarco. That was called by Jeff Merzel behind the plate. As the lefty kicks, the 0-1. Right back on that inside corner, quickly 0-2 the count on DeMarco. Bill Peck over at first base, and over at third will be Jeff Kinney. Quickly back on the bump, the 0-2. That's swung and a foul straight back from DeMarco, and the count stays 0-2. Defense for the Red Sox, Quinn Cotton in left field, Johnny DeLuca in center, Brad Beasley in right, and then across the infield, Nick Quintana, Christian Koss, Noah Campbell, and Andrew Dashbach. The 0-2 fastball misses off the plate away. 1-2 the count. First ball of the game thrown by Brant Herter. Aggressive with that fastball so far. The wind and the 1-2 swing and a foul down the third base side. Count stays 1-2 on DeMarco. Was 2 for 5 with an RBI yesterday, and Orleans' win over the Harwich Mariners, a big win because the Brewster Whitecaps, just 2 points behind them in the standings, defeated the Chatham Anglers at Veterans in a fog-shortened game. The 1-2, swing and another foul, this one to the first base side. Bounces off the bleachers down the Orleans dugout down the first base side and bounces back into foul territory. Young fan goes over to grab that baseball. Herter looks in at Matt Dyer doing the catching. The 1-2, swing and a grounder towards third base, fielded by Quintana. Long throw across the diamond and in and out of the glove of Dashbach. He can't hold on to it, and DeMarco will reach first, as it looked like it will be an error on the infield. We'll see who they give it to. The throw, not a terrible one from Quintana. Dashbach just unable to really pick it over at first base. Split A reaches, and looks like they're going to rule that an infield hit. So DeMarco reaches over at first base to start this ball game. And here's Blade, the right fielder. Herter kicks, fires the first pitch, misses outside with a fastball. And it's 1-0. So now Christian Koss shaded up the middle against Blade. Noah Campbell pulled over more in the hole at deep second base. Marco winds, and the 1-0. Fastball catches the strike zone on the outside edge. 1-1 the count. So interesting ruling there on that base hit. Looked like they might have had a chance to get DeMarco over at first base, but the hit was awarded. The 1-1, pardon. That misses off the plate. 2-1 the count. Overcast day here in Yarmouth. Was sunny before first pitch. Watching pitchers take BP after throwing the shutout yesterday in Hartford. That was a blast to watch. The 2-1. There's the first curveball we've seen from Herter. Catches the outside corner. And the count now evens at 2-2. 76 degrees. Chance, actually a very good chance of rain later tonight and into tomorrow during the off day. The wind and the 2-2 dribble towards first base. Dashbach fields, throws to second for one. No return throw. Back to the bag at first base. So a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice 3-6 retires Blade for the first out. And that will bring up Spencer Sear.
Blade just chopping that ball about as high as I've ever seen one. Trampoline off the infield dirt, and Dash kind of had to wait for it. Made the smart play to get the lead runner, but no opportunity at a return throw.
So here comes the Oregon dunk. Spencer Steer, teammates with Johnny DeLuca, playing out in center field today for YD, and also YD closer Ryan Nelson. It's the first pitch, floats and misses inside. 1-0 the count on Steer. Having a good summer so far, .311 average. 2 for 5 with a pair of doubles yesterday in the win over the Mariners. And the wind and the 1-0. Swing and a miss from Steer. Goes chasing after a pitch up and out of the strike zone. That evens up the count at 1. Blade now leads off of first, replacing DeMarco. It was erased on the fielder's choice. Herter peeks over at the right fielder, the wind, and the 1-1 lofted out into center field. Over is DeLuca, a few steps to his left. He's there, he'll make the catch for out number 2. So after the leadoff single, a couple of quick outs off the bats of the Firebirds, and that will bring up Logan Wyatt. Wyatt, the best guy in the Cape at drawing a walk. He's got 27, opposed to just 20 strikeouts. He's showing off that magnificent eye as he bats cleanup today for Kelly Nicholson. The wind in the first pitch from Herter, off-speed pitch. Trails outside, and the count 1-0. Orleans 13-22-1, fourth place in the Eastern Division entering play today. Herter winds the 1-0. Fastball misses inside, 2-0 the count on Logan Wyatt. Brewster Whitecaps, after getting off to just a terrible start to the season, have started to heat up just a little bit and are showing some life. The 2-0. Swing and a chop off the plate, up the middle right to Christian Koss. He'll go to the bag himself at second. He steps on the pillow, and that will be in time to get J.J. Blade hustling over from first base, and Wyatt is retired via the fielder's choice to end the first inning. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Red Sox coming to bat, no score from Red Wilson. Bottom of the first inning here at Red Wilson. Here is the lineup. Scott Pickler will send out to face the lefty out of Stanford, Eric Miller for the Firebirds. Leading off in right field, it'll be Brad Beasley, Johnny DeLuca in center. Bats second, Noah Campbell at second base. Batting third today, Andrew Dashbach pushed a spot down in the lineup. He'll be cleaning up today over at first base. Nick Quintana moved up to the fifth spot in the lineup at third base. Left fielder Quinn Cotton back sixth. Zach Zubia DHing today, bats 7th. Christian Koss, the shortstop, bats 8th. And rounding out the 9 will be Matt Dyer doing the catching duties today. And a guy they've seen a couple times this season, the Red Sox have, Eric Miller, out on the mound for the Firebirds, the lefty out of Stanford. 3 appearances out of the bullpen, 3 starts. 5.40 ERA and 16 2/3. He struck out 20 and walked 9. He's faced YD a couple times this season, 6 2/3, 3 runs on 4 hits. He struck out 8 YD batters. As the Firebirds finish up their warm-up tosses here in the bottom half of the first inning, and the top-ranked YD offense in the league will come to the plate. And he'll be leading off with Brad Beasley. Yesterday had himself quite a day off the bench. Over in Hartford, had a triple in that ball game. Triple and a walk. As he will step in, the Cal Poly product. The lefty Miller stares in, kicks the leg up. The first pitch to Beasley, swing and a cut right through it. As it gets a piece of James Free behind the plate. The home plate umpire, Jeff Merzell, will go out and give Eric Miller a new baseball and give Free a chance to recollect himself. That day yesterday in Hartford, 5-0 win for the Red Sox. Beasley digs back in, taps his bat on home plate. Center fielder Pat DeMarco shaded over in right center for Beasley as the 0-1 misses outside. Evens up the count at 1. So cool for all the players and even us interns to get to go to Hartford yesterday, play in the Yard Goats ballpark. Absolutely beautiful ballpark as the 1-1 scorched out to left field, but right at Jack Scrotians. Barely has to move a step, and he's there who'll make the catch for out number 1.
At the tail end of that ball, Grotians had to come in a bit, the wind kind of swirling around.
That wind is blowing hard out towards left center field as the right-handed hitters today, they get a ball up into that jet stream. Who knows where it could land. So here's Johnny DeLuca, bats from the right side, the switch hitter. First pitch from Miller, swing and a liner past the third baseman, Justin Levy, and into left field for a base hit. Johnny DeLuca hits the bag at first. He'll go for 2, and he's in there, standing up at second base with a 1-out double here in the first inning. A screamer off of his bat right past the glove of Justin Levy, a couple inches to his right. And over now at second base is DeLuca with the double.
Just pulled it right down the line. And for Johnny DeLuca, a guy with some plus speed, a easy stand-up double here with just 1 away.
Here's Noah Campbell now batting in the 3 spot today. Usually the spot occupied by Andrew Dashbach. But Campbell batting right-handed, also a switch hitter. Steps in now with the runner off of second. The wind and the first pitch from Miller gets away from Free, bounces in there. The ball missed inside for ball 1. Advancing to third base is DeLuca. And now with the wild pitch, 90 more feet. Johnny DeLuca advances, give Noah Campbell an easier chance to drive him in.
A YD team that really doesn't need any extra help offensively, but they'll take whatever they can get here early on.
And following Campbell, it's Dashbach and Quintana. So it does not get any easier for Eric Miller. As he kicks the leg up, the 1-0, swing and a foul straight back by Campbell. It evens up the count at 1-1. As Quintana, with his hot streak, has been moving up in the order, went yard yesterday at Dunkin' Donuts Park, deposited one in the left field bullpen, where the YD Red Sox relievers occupied. The 1-1, that dips inside and misses. 2-1 the count on Noah Campbell. And that home run didn't even look like he got all of it. Kind of was out in front of the ball, but able to get enough loft on it to get it out over the fence. Miller comes set. DeLuca leads off of third. Here's the wind and the 2-1. Fastball misses inside. 3-1 the count on Noah Campbell. A hitter's count for him. He doesn't need any help either. He comes into today, .381 batting average. Was 1 for 2 off the bench yesterday with an RBI. As he steps in from the right side. Miller set right at the waist. Here's the 3-1. That dips inside and misses. Campbell tosses the bat aside. Will jog and take his base over at first. And now runners at the corners for Andrew Dashbach. Sporting the high stirrup socks today. The Whitey home whites, red lettering and red stirrup socks. And for the Firebirds, their red road uniforms, white lettering, and white pants. So Dash will come to the plate. Was walked twice yesterday. 0 for 2. One intentionally. Against the Wareham Gatemen, who now sit at second place in the Western Division as time is called from Jeff Merzell behind the plate.
For Eric Miller, two very different looking outings against the Red Sox. The first 4 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. The second, no hits and no runs in 2 innings.
Miller winds the first pitch to Dash. Misses inside, skips on the dirt as Free picks it out, and the count's 1-0. Mentioned one of the better right-handed lineups we've seen considering how well everyone's been hitting in this Whitey order. Mentioned Dash right here up at the plate, and then you have Quintana on deck, and then Cotton after him. Miller looks over at first base to Campbell, the 1-0, swing and a foul straight back from Dash, and the count evens at 1-1. On a day which is picture perfect for right-handed power hitters. The wind just gusting out towards left center field, just kind of changing from gusting towards the line to gusting out into the left center gap. Here's the kick, and the 1-1 swing and a grounder up the first base side, and that ekes just foul. Past Dan Jaffe coaching over at first base, and the count now 1-2 in favor of Eric Miller. A Cardinal versus Cardinal matchup right here. Of course, some trash talk on the line come fall ball. We've seen that plenty with all the players up here on the Cape. A bunch of guys from a bunch of different schools getting to play together and getting to face your teammates. Miller set right at the belt buckle. The wind, the 1-2. There goes Campbell from first. Misses high. Campbell will dive in without a throw to second base, as that one looks like it clipped Dashbach as it came inside. He is awarded first base. And now bases loaded for the red-hot Nick Quintana.
And if you asked me before the game who to watch out for, my answer, Nick Quintana. Guy came into the month hitting 190, batting average for Q, now up over 260 at 261. Look out, because he's heating up, and a guy that can really get hot and power the ball.
379 clip over his last 10 ball games with 3 of his 4 home runs and 8 RBIs. As it looked like Jeff Merzell was telling some fans to get behind the out-of-play line, or the fan protection line down the left field side. So Quintana, the Arizona Wildcat, steps in against Miller, who's worked himself into bases-loaded trouble here in the first. See, winds, first pitch to Quintana. Fastball paints the inside corner for strike 1. Quintana yesterday went yard to lead off this 3rd inning over the left field fence at Dunkin' Donuts Park. Righty steps back into the box. Miller gets the sign he wants from Free. Here's the 0-1. Curveball drops in and just misses high, and it may be a touch outside too. And the count evens at 1-1.
That pitch with the late drop there, my guess would be across the plate high and just took a little too long to dip.
DeLuca off of third, Campbell off of second, Dashbach off of first. They've loaded the bases against Eric Miller. 1-1 to Quintana, swing and a miss. A violent hack after a pitch right there. As Quintana's now worked himself behind, it's 1-2. Fastball that just dipped low and out of the strike zone, and Quintana went chasing after it. Quintana digs back in, points the bat out towards center, now brings it back over his head. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Miller challenges Quintana with a high fastball at the top of the strike zone, and Nick could not hold back from it as he cuts right through it for out number 2. And that will leave Quinn Cotton to come to the plate and try and make something out of this. Bases loaded and 2 outs.
Huge out there from Eric Miller. Just about one of the best things you could ask for outside of a double play ball.
As Cotton, the GCU product, GCU Antelope, steps in with now the bases loaded and 2 outs against Miller. The lefty fires the first pitch and misses high for ball one to Quinn. Batting average has dipped below the 300 level at 286 now, is 0 for 2 yesterday. So he looks to get Whitey on the board first here in the first inning. Miller sets. Here's the 1-0. As that pitch misses high and outside. 2-0 the count on Quinn Cotton as he's worked himself a hitter's count. Orleans defense and the infield playing straight up. Shaded over towards right center is Pat DeMarco, leaving a big gap out in left center. Miller sets, kicks the leg up, the 2-0. That misses inside, 3-0 the count. And Miller is now a ball away from walking in the first run of the day for the Red Sox as they've loaded the bases with just one hit. A double by Johnny DeLuca, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Miller sets again. Here's the 3-0. And that fastball catches the outside corner. As Jeff Merzeau raises that right hand and calls it a strike. It's the count now 3-1 on Cotton. Red Sox take their lead off of every base. 2 outs, first inning, no score between Orleans and YD. Here's the 3-1 from Miller. Fastball, that'll miss high for ball 4. Cotton will go take his base. Everyone moves up a station as Johnny DeLuca will trot down the third base line, touch home, and Whitey is on the board here in the first inning on an RBI walk from Quinn Cotton. And it's 1-0 Red Sox.
It's got to be the best as a hitter. I think some guys would certainly want their opportunity to swing away, but heck, go up there, work your count, and doesn't take all that much hard work. There you go, Whitey ahead a run.
So now Zach Zubia, the DH for Whitey today, steps up. Base is still loaded with 2 outs against Miller. Just walked in a run. The first pitch, that's over right down the middle for strike 1. Zach came in to pinch hit yesterday, late in the ball game, and drew a walk. So he points his bat out towards center field. Miller comes set on the bump, the 0-1. Swing and a foul straight back from Zach Zubia, and the count now 0-2. DeLuca came home to score, represents the only run of this ball game. Whitey leads 1-0 here in the first. Campbell now over at third, Dash at second, and Quinn Cotton off of first. Good speed on the bases. Zubia behind 0-2 to Miller. The lefty comes set, looks over at first. The wind and the 0-2 swing and a miss from Zubia. It'll get away from Free as he'll just touch on home plate and get the force out there. And that'll do it for the Red Sox here in the first inning as they push across 1 run against Eric Miller. An RBI walk from Quinn Cotton makes it 1-0 Red Sox as we head to the second inning. You're listening to Whitey Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Firebirds coming to bat in the top of the second inning, now trailing by a run here at Red Wilson Field as they will send up 5, 6, and 7 And their lineup to face Brant Herder. Faced 4 batters in the first inning. Was able to dodge around a leadoff infield single from Pat DeMarco. And it'll be Jax Groshans, the left fielder. The Kansas Jayhawk will step in for the first time to face Herder. The lefty kicks the first pitch of this second frame. Misses high. Called a ball by Jeff Merzel. It's 1-0. Groshans, then James Free and Justin Levy scheduled to come to the plate. As the 1-0 misses inside. 2-0 the count on Groshans' .259 clip entering play today. 0 for 3 in the win against Harwich yesterday for these Orleans Firebirds. Herder kicks the leg up, the 2-0. Swing and a pop fly that drifts foul off behind home plate. And the count now 2-1. Other games going on later tonight. One of 2 5 o'clock starts as this ball game in. The other one, Katuitt and Brewster. That at Lowell Park as the 2-1 swing and a liner into right field. That'll dunk in for a base hit in front of Beasley out in right field. As Jax Groshans will reach to lead off this second inning with a single just like that first inning for the Firebirds as they look to capitalize. Now James Free will come to the plate as Brewster out in front of Katuitt. Actually, pardon, that one's at Stony Brook Field. Brewster out in front, 2-1. Bottom of the second inning there. Also, at Dorn Park, the Braves hosting the Harbor Hawks. First pitch scheduled for 6 o'clock there. Herder peeks over at first. The first pitch, that misses high and outside to Free. 1-0 the count on the backstop for the Firebirds today. Over at Gov Fuller Field in Falmouth, the red-hot Falmouth Commodores hosting the Wareham Gatemen. And then at Veterans Field, the Chatham Anglers hosting the Harwich Mariners. That starting at 7. The 1-0 swung on and missed by Free. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Whitey 10 points clear of the rest of the field in the Eastern Division. 48 points, 10 ahead of second-place Chatham with 38 points. Here's the wind in the 1-1. That pitch misses inside. 2-1 the count on James Free. Harwich is in third, 16-19-2 record, 34 points. And then Orleans, 13-22-1 with 27 points. And the Brewster Whitecaps with 11-23-3, 25 points. As a strike is called, throw down to first base to try and get Groshans off of first. He dives back in time. Strong throw from Dyer. He's got one of the better arms catching-wise on this ball club. But not able to get Groshans wandering off the bag. Herder peeks in at his catcher, Matt Dyer, to get the sign. Gets what he likes, comes set right at the chest. Groshans a lead off of first, the 2-2. Off-speed pitch goes inside, and that hits Free. Like that might have caught him on either his front or his back leg, as he will jog down to first base. His 2 straight batters have reached against Herder to start this second frame. And now Justin Levy, the third baseman, will come to the plate.
Just too much bite on that pitch coming on inside. And Free wasn't moving to work the easy way on base.
There's a guy just hitting 160, James Free, but gets aboard via the free pass. And that will bring up Levy. Herder now worked himself into trouble to start this second inning. First 2 runners have reached. Here's the kick and the first pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0 the count on Justin Levy. Sophomore out of Louisville. At .254 this past season with the Cardinals. 3 home runs, 30 RBIs. Herder peeks back at second. The 1-0. Swing and a pop fly down the first base side. Drifts foul and out of play. Out beyond the picnic area located next to the concession stand here at Red Wilson. Levy taking a couple of practice half swings. He's trying to get Orleans on the scoreboard. They trail 1-0 here in the second. Herder looks in at Dyer. Gets what he likes, the 1-1. That misses high 2-1 the count on Levy. A couple pitches have missed by quite a bit here in this at-bat. So now Groshans leads off of second. Free leads off of first. 2-1 the count on Levy. Herder peeks back at second, turns and fakes the throw. Campbell covering the bag, but no throw to the second base pillow. Now these free passes given up by Herder. That one just a hit by pitch, but rare for the Firebirds, who don't walk a lot. Fewest walks in all the Cape League. The 2-1 misses out, actually catches the strike zone. Throw down to first, not in time. Another back pick try for Matt Dyer. Unable to get James Free hovering off the bag. He's got to show that arm off a couple times already. That pitch was called a strike by Jeff Merzell behind the plate. And the count evens at 2-2. Herder looking for that first out here in the second inning. His team leading by 1. Big lefty comes set right at the chest level. Peeks back at second. Here's the 2-2. Slider misses inside. Now full 3-2 on Levy. And Brant Herder in danger of loading the bases with no out. Here in the top of the second inning, Whitey able to load the bases with 1 out. Only was able to bring across 1 run in the bottom half of the first inning. Outfielders playing straight up. Noah Campbell shaded slightly towards the middle. Here's the wind, the 3-2 swing, and a fly out into shallow right field. In comes Beasley near the line. He's there to make the catch. Tagging and not going anywhere is Groshans, as he did not want to test the arm of Brad Beasley in right field.
That's the right decision there from Jack Groshans. Beasley with an absolute cannon coming in on that ball has all the momentum.
So now here comes Kenyon Yovan, the Team USA pitcher out of the University of Oregon. Had a spectacular season on the mound for the Ducks, but also can hit a little bit as he steps to the plate. Just his 10th at-bat of the summer. Just 2 for 9. Had a home run yesterday. In fact, collected all 2 of his hits yesterday against the Harwich Mariners. Wind, the first pitch from Herder, misses outside for ball 1. How about that? A guy going to Team USA as just a pitcher. And now coming back to the Cape, he's scheduled to pitch later on this week. But also can swing the bat a little bit as the 1-0 lofted out to deep center field. Back is DeLuca. He can only watch that one fly out of here. Kenyon Yovan, a 3-run bomb out to straight away center field. A 3-run shot, home run number 2, RBIs number 3, 4, and 5 for the Oregon Duck. And Orleans, just like that, leads it 3-1.
No doubt about that ball off the bat. I'm even surprised Johnny DeLuca gave it as much of a run as he did. But, boy, Kenyon Yovan making his case to be inserted into this lineup more as a hitter.
Hit just .233 this spring at Oregon as the wind, the first pitch to Andrew Martinez, the 9-man, misses high and outside. 3 home runs, 12 RBIs for Yovan, but got all of that one out into center field. Here's the kick, the 1-0, and that's inside. That drills Martinez right on the shoulder. So he'll toss the bat aside. The second hit batter of the inning for Brant Herder, and that will put another runner on the base paths. There's already 3 runs in here in the 3rd inning, as the lineup will now flip over for DeMarco.
Mitch Taransky now begins to throw for the Red Sox down the left field line.
Herder struggling here in the 2nd inning. A single, a hit by pitch, a pop to right field. That was out number 1, and then Kenyon Yovan, a moonshot out to center field. Put the score where it's at now, 3-1 in favor of the Firebirds. Here's the kick, the first pitch to DeMarco. Catches the outside corner. Reached to lead off the ball game on an infield single to Nick Quintana at third base. Herder's worked himself ahead. This is an Orleans Firebirds team offense that has now the lead in the Cape, and all for home runs. That was home run number 35 on the summer as the 0-1 catches the outside corner. It's 0-2. They give up a lot of home runs. They've allowed the second most, tied with the Red Sox, 28. And now have hit the most. 0-2, misses outside. It's now 1-2. The count on DeMarco. Vanderbilt Commodore, one of a few on this roster. So he'll step in, the center fielder for the Firebirds today. Rests the bat on his shoulder in the batter's box. The 1-2. Swing and a foul off to the first base side. Wind still gusting out towards left. That flag blowing quite steadily towards the foul pole. Looks like it's blowing from right to left. Here's the wind and the 1-2. That misses outside. 2-2 the count on DeMarco. Herder really struggling to put away hitters here in the second innings. Been falling behind, and it's time to DeMarco, which is batter number 6 of this inning. Struggling to put him away right here. Here's the kick, the 2-2. Runner goes, swing, and a foul ball off the first base side. And the count stays even. 3 runs across for the Firebirds here in the second inning. A 3-run bomb from Kenyon Yovan has staked the Firebirds out in front of the Red Sox. Herder winds and kicks. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. An off-speed pitch just painted on that inside edge as Brant Herder gets out number 2 here in the second inning. Strikeout number 1 for the lefty. And now the 7th man coming up to the plate in the inning will be J.J. Blade. Herder quickly back on the bump. Winds and throws on over to first. A high throw. Dash has to leap for it. But back in plenty of time is Andrew Martinez. And the count, still no count on J.J. Hit 305 coming into play today. Campbell playing shaded over in the hole, playing the lefty to pull as the first pitch misses way high above the head of Blade. It looked like that slipped out of the hand of Brant Herder for ball 1. Martinez takes his lead off of first base. His 2 steals to his name this summer. Herder peeks over. The 1-0 swing and a chop foul right to the opening of the first base dugout where the Firebirds occupy here on the road. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Brant Beasley also playing Blade to pull, shaded over towards the line, out in right field. Here's a wind and a throw over to first base. Martinez back in time. DeLuca shaded slightly over to right center field, leaving a lot more ground for Quinn Cotton to cover, playing over in the left center field gap. Herder gets the sign from Dyer. Here's the 1-1 from the lefty. That catches the outside corner with a curveball. 1-2 the count on Blade. One of a pair of all-stars on this Firebird squad was Blade, Kevin Kelly, one of their arms, and also Nick Osborne to hit in the home run hitting contest as the wind, the 1-2, popped out into foul territory. Nick Quintana giving it a look along the third base side. He's there. He'll make the catch right next to the Whitey dugout for out number 3 and gets Herder out of the second inning. So they retire Blade on the foul out. Not before a big fly 3-run shot from Kenyon Yovan gives the Orleans Firebirds a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Whitey Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Eric Miller back out on the bump, now has been staked a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the second inning here at Red Wilson Field. It'll be 8-9 and 1 due up in the Red Sox order. Christian Koss, Matt Dyer, and then Brad Beasley face the Stanford product who gave up a run back in the first inning on a walk to Quinn Cotton. That with the bases loaded. The shortstop Christian Koss out of UC Irvine will step in for the first time. Lefty kicks, fires home the first pitch. Koss fouls it straight back. Just got a piece of it in and out of the glove of James Free. TJ Mathewson, Brandon Pelter here with you from Red Wilson Field. Game number 38 of the season. Man, these are flying by. Game number 37 for the Firebirds is the wind in the 0-1. That'll catch the inside corner to Koss, and it's quickly 0-2. This being the fifth matchup between the Firebirds and the Red Sox. One more coming later on, again at Eldridge Park, as the 0-2 fouled straight back. And then, of course, playoff scenarios also a possibility. Orleans currently is slotted to face YD in the playoffs with, for YD, 7 games, including this one left, as the 0-2 curveball slips out of the hand, misses high and outside. Well, YD sitting pretty up the top of the Eastern Division. A big cushion on the Chatham Anglers, who sit at second with 38 points. Miller out of the windup. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Koss tilted his head a little bit, but will turn around and head back to the YD dugout down the third base line. That's strikeout number 3, and the first looking for Eric Miller. That's one down here in the second, and that'll bring up Matt Dyer.
I think Koss thought that pitch was low. No, sir. He's back in the dugout for the Red Sox.
So here's Matt Dyer. He'll step in and play, or got to come in yesterday as he fouls the first pitch straight back, 0-1 the count. Came in late in the ball game to catch. As he points the bat out towards center, brings him back, rests it on his shoulder. Miller winds, and the 0-1. That misses off the plate. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. One out, bottom of the second inning here from Red Wilson. 3-1, the score in favor of the visiting Firebirds. Miller winds, the 1-1, goes inside, barely misses Dyer. As it scoots all the way to the backstop, it's now 2-1.
Looked as if that might have caught a piece of him, but must have gotten free the catcher and the mitt instead.
Whitey now trailing by 2. Here in the bottom of the second inning, still plenty of ball game left here at Red Wilson. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a fly that drifts foul out down the first base line. Quite a bit foul, lands over near those picnic tables. And the count evens at 2-2. Cloudy, muggy day here in Yarmouth. Mid-70s. As the wind, the 2-2 to Dyer. Swing and a foul, just nicked foul straight back. And the count stays even. Couldn't really compare to yesterday in Hartford. Temperatures was very muggy and very warm for the players. This when you start going that far inland, as the wind, the 2-2 to Dyer, swung on and missed, strike 3. Dyer retired via the K. This one swinging the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Eric Miller already, as he struck out both batters he's faced here in the second inning, and that's now 3 in a row. As now the lineup will flip over, and Brad Beasley, for the second time, is going to get to face Miller.
And Miller, really the only run allowed, worked himself into trouble. Walk hit by pitch.
So lefty winds, the first pitch to Beasley. Misses off the plate for ball 1. Beasley in the first inning flew out to left field. Hit it hard, but right at Jack Scrotians. Miller winds, the 1-0, swing and a grounder to the left side of the infield. Fielding it is Levy, a long throw over and on to first in plenty of time to get Beasley, and that will do it here in the second inning. The Red Sox set down 1-2-3 and kept off the scoreboard. We head to the third inning. It's 3-0 Firebirds here from Red Wilson. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Top of the third inning here from Red Wilson. 3-0 lead for the Orleans Firebirds thanks to a Kenyon Jovan 3-run home run in the top half of the second inning. Now here in the top of the third, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up in the order for the Firebirds. First pitch swinging to Spencer Steer, lofted out to deep left field. Back near the wall, though, is Quinn Cotton on the run, is able to make the catch right in front of the fence. And that was a loud, long first out off the bat of Spencer Steer, trying to do what his Oregon Duck teammate Jovan did in the second inning, but comes up just short. So now Logan Wyatt will come to the plate, grounded into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. As the first pitch from Herder catches the outside corner for strike one. Herder trying to bounce back from that rough second inning, have a clean third. It's the 0-1. That will catch the outside corner, a curveball, and the count quickly 0-2. Wyatt taps the plate. The first baseman out of Louisville kicks, and the 0-2 misses a hair off the plate. And Wyatt works the ball. It's 1-2. It's the wind. The 1-2 fouled straight back from Wyatt. Count stays at 1-2. Fans filing in here at Red Wilson. Pretty decent crowd for a Wednesday evening. Fans filling up the bleachers with lawn chairs down the first and third base side. The 1-2 from Herder. Swing and a foul to the left side, or right side, pardon, off the facing of the Firebirds dugout. And the count stays at 1-2. Herder working quickly into the motions. The 1-2. Swing and a pop, foul and out of play. Right over our heads, up here in the press box, located right behind home plate. And the count 1-2. Wind still gusting out towards left center. It's the wind, the 1-2 from Herder. Swing and another loop foul down the third base side. This one will find the fans. Actually bounces in near the Whitey bullpen down the first base side. Herder kicks the leg up, the 1-2. Off-speed pitch dips out of the strike zone. Wyatt thought about it for a second, able to hold his bat back. And that evens up the count at 2. 3-1 lead for the Firebirds, 1 out here in the top of the third. On a beautiful day for baseball from Red Wilson Field as a swing from Wyatt over to Dashbach at first base. He's there, he'll touch the bag himself for out number 2 here in the third inning. It looked like Wyatt was kind of expecting that to drop into the strike zone as a curveball, and it kind of just stayed up. He swinged it off his bat and dribbled it towards Dashbach at first base. And the first baseman out of Stanford able to make the easy play. And now that'll bring up Jack Scrotians, who got that second inning started with a single into right field to lead off that inning. Herder kicks, fires home the first pitch. Curveball misses inside. 1-0 the count on Grotians, the left fielder out of Kansas. If he can reach, James Free, the catcher, stands on deck. Herder winds the 1-0. A curveball catches the strike zone at the knees. Started off the plate, broke right onto that outside corner to even up the count at 1. Herder working very quick. The 1-1. Goes to that curveball again, but misses off the plate. 2-1. The count on Grotians. Orleans in desperate need of this win. They're trying to get everything they can. Just 2 points clear of a playoff spot as the 2-1. That misses off the plate. 3-1 the count on Grotians. 2-1 the count. Just 2 points ahead of the Brewster Whitecaps, who are leading Katuitt at home. Here's the 2-1. That bounces inside and misses. Now the count 3-1. Actually, pardon it. The count was 3-1, and Grotians takes ball 4 and will take his bag over at first base for a 2-out walk. Second straight time he's reached today. He's 1 for 1. And the count now, the batter is now James Free. over at Stony Brook. Actually, Katuitt has tied it up. Score all knotted at 2 in the top of the 4th inning. That a game we're going to keep our eyes on, or especially for the Firebirds' sake. Here's the first pitch to Free, swing and a dribbler foul out towards the Whitey dugout, off like Luke Winnell on the top step of the dugout, reaching out and trying to snag that one. And the count now 0-1. Groshans reached over at first base, the 2-out walk. And Free trying to keep the inning going. As Herter kicks the 0-1. That misses outside, evens up the count at 1-1. Free rocking no batting gloves today. Kind of a thing we don't see that much. We do see it probably about every other game with these players. The wind and the 1-1. Swing and a dribbler through the left side. That'll skip between Quintana and Koss into left field for a base hit. Free will reach first. Advancing to second is Groshans. And Free now has reached both times up. And Justin Levy now bat with 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the 3rd. That ball not hit all that hard off the bat of Free, but it found the exact right spot on the infield in between Nick Quintana at 3rd base and Christian Koss at short. So now Levy, who flew out to right field in that 2nd inning, will come to the plate, 2 on, 2 out, top of the 3rd inning. First pitch from Herter, swing and a liner out to right field over is Beasley towards the foul line. He's there on the run and will make the catch for out number 3 as Herter gets Levy to swing at that first pitch and retires him. Our fly out to Brad Beasley made a nice play in right field. We are going to head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here from Red Wilson. 3-1 the score in favor of the Firebirds. Two, 3, and 4 due up in the Red Sox lineup in the bottom half of the 3rd inning as they look to bounce back and cut into this deficit. 3-1 in favor of the Firebirds, thanks to Kenyon Jovan. A 3-run shot in the 2nd. First pitch to Johnny DeLuca catches the inside corner from Eric Miller. Miller, who cruised in that 2nd inning. 2 strikeouts. He's now got 4. The 0-1 to DeLuca, swing and a fly out to shallow center field. In comes DeMarco, and on the run, center fielder will make the catch right at his eye level. 2 pitches, and DeLuca retired via the flyout. And now Noah Campbell, who reached on a walk in that 1st inning, will come to the plate. Batting from the right side again against the lefty Eric Miller. It'll be interesting to see how far Miller goes in this contest as the wind in the first pitch to Campbell, a cut and a miss for strike 1. Longest outing this summer was, in fact, against YD, 4 2/3. As the lefty kicks the 0-1, another swing and a miss from Campbell, that time chasing out of the strike zone. And the count 0-2. Gamble, a switch hitter batting from the right side. Digs back in. Here's the wind in the 0-2. Pitch drifts outside and misses. 1-2 the count on Campbell. Done most of his damage this season from the left side of the plate. As Miller kicks the 1-2, drops a breaking ball on the inside corner, called strike 3 on Noah Campbell as he has no argument. He'll walk back to the third base dugout for YD. That's now strikeout number 5 for Eric Miller. And after that rough first inning, had some control problems. He is cruising here with 2 outs in the third. And that'll bring up Andrew Dashbach. Reached on a hit-by pitch in that first inning. Advanced to second, stranded there. First pitch from his teammate. Stanford versus Stanford here. Misses down and inside, gets away from free. Dash stares right out at Miller, awaiting the 1-0. Here it comes. That drifts outside and misses. 2-0 the count on Dash. Now has a favorable count. Should he get a fastball middle right here, the wind gusting out towards left field, ideal for right-handed hitters. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a fly pop that drifts foul straight out of play behind home plate. And the count now 2-1. Fans mostly filed in here from Red Wilson, lining up and down the third and first base lines, as well sprinkled in the outfield. Miller out of the windup, the 2-1. Fastball misses high and outside. 3-1 the count on Dashbach. If he can reach, Nick Quintana struck out in the first. He stands on deck. The lefty kicks the 3-1. That'll miss for ball 4. Dash reaches for the second time on a free pass, as he will go jog down to first base, get a fist bump from Dan Jaffe, and now Nick Quintana will step to the plate with 2 out, 1 on here in the third inning. He was the first strikeout of that first inning. Went down swinging with the bases loaded. Whitey only able to cash on with 1 run. The Arizona Wildcat digs in. It's the wind, the first pitch from Miller. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut there from Quintana. Got a breaking ball hanging up in the strike zone, but unable to connect. It's 0-1. He's been on such a tear recently. .379 average his last 10 games, as well as 3 of his 4 home runs on the season. Here's the wind, the 0-1. Check swing. He goes around on a fastball high and outside. And quickly 0-2 the count on Quintana. Had a pretty impressive home run yesterday in Hartford. Got out, Whitey out to a 1-0 lead in the third inning. They never looked back. Miller quickly ahead 0-2, looking for strikeout number 6. Here's the wind in the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's strikeout number 6. He gets Nick Quintana for the second time today, and second time swinging as he retires the side. Strands the 2-out base runner, in the third inning. We head to the fourth inning. It's 3-1 in favor of the Firebirds. You're listening to Whitey Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Kenyon Jovan will step to the plate to lead off this fourth inning for Orleans, and he'll face a new arm on the bump for the Red Sox. It'll be Mitch Turansky, the lefty out of Michigan State. 1-0 record in 12 games this summer, an ERA at 5.78 and 18 2/3. So we'll face the Oregon Duck, Jovan. First pitch curveball catches the outside corner for strike one. It was Jovan who did that big damage in the second inning, a 3-run bomb out to center field against Brant Herter, who finished the day 3 innings as the next pitch misses low. 1-1 the count. 3 innings, 4 hits. 3 runs, they were all earned, a walk and a strikeout. So his day is cut short. Now Turansky, who we saw in pitchers BP today. So tradition goes, if the pitchers throw a shutout, they get BP the next morning at Red Wilson, as the 1-1 catches the inside corner for a strike. So pick goes out and gives them 5 swings each, and Turansky deposited 2 of those 5 swings over the fence. Some impressive shots, of course, using a metal bat. As the wind, the 1-2 swing, and a dribbler towards the first base side over his dash block. Flips to Turansky covering the bag. The Michigan State Spartans there in time. He catches it, steps on the pillow, and that's in time to get Jovan out at first base. First time he's been retired today. And now Andrew Martinez will come to the plate. He reached on a hit-by pitch in that second inning. He's has a recording at-bat today so far out of UC Santa Barbara. Turansky a quick first out here in the 4th inning in replacement of Brant Herter, as the first pitch misses low to Martinez. 1-0 the count. Martinez split time between YD and these Orleans Firebirds so far this summer. Collectively a 196 clip entering today, as the 1-0 swing and a shallow fly ball out to right field. In comes Brad Beasley. He's there. He'll make the catch for out number 2 here in the 4th. A quick 2 outs for Mitch Turansky, as he will now face Pat DeMarco, who will step to the plate for the 3rd time in 4 innings. A infield single and a strikeout looking his 2 plate appearances today. He taps his bat on home plate. Pinwheels it right over the plate as he waits for Turansky to get back on the bump. The lefty is. He looks in, gets the sign from Matt Dyer. Here's the first offering. Off-speed pitch catches the strike zone at the knees. It's 0-1. Dashbach playing way off the line over at first. Quintana hugging the line at third. Playing DeMarco to pull. Outfield playing the Vanderbilt Commodore straight up. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a fly down left field line, but that will drift foul. And Turansky quickly worked ahead 0-2. DeMarco steps back in the box. Turansky a strike away from getting through a 1-2-3 4th inning. Lefty gets the sign he wants. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. DeMarco goes chasing after a curveball in the dirt. Dyer picks it up, throws to the inside part of the bag, down to first base to complete the strikeout here in the 4th inning, and a 1-2-3 4th inning for Mitch Turansky out of the bullpen as he collects his first strikeout on the evening. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 Firebirds lead over the Red Sox. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the YD half of the bottom. YD half of the fourth inning. It'll be Quinn Cotton, Zach Zubia, and Christian Goss to face Eric Miller, who's really settled down over the past 2 frames. 6 strikeouts on the day for the lefty out of Stanford. First pitch, a swing and a miss from Quinn Cotton, chasing after a fastball out of the strike zone. 2 strikeouts in the first inning, 2 in the second, and 2 in the third for Miller. Here's the 0-1. That misses off the plate, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Was Cotton responsible for, if you could say, driving in the only run of the day for YD? He walked with the bases loaded in the first inning and represents the only RBI today as the 1-1 swing and a dribbler through the right side. That gets through into center field for a base hit. So Cotton will reach to lead off this fourth inning. He's now reached both times today, and that'll bring up Zach Zubia. Just a solid ground ball up the middle on the right side of second base that just gets past Spencer Steer. Unable to glove that one as it kind of skipped over the top of his glove going to the backhand. And that'll bring up the Texas Longhorn, Zach Zubia. 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Miller now back in the stretch with Cotton leading off for first. 1 steal for Quinn so far as the first pitch misses high and outside for ball 1. Wind still gusting out towards left field. So far through just 3+ innings, YD unable to capitalize on that. Miller kicks the leg up, the 1-0, swing and a foul straight back from Zubia. That'll even up the count at 1. YD has a team up to 4th and tied for 4th in home runs with 21. But this is Orleans pitching staff that has given up the second most, 28 on the season. As Miller peeks over at Cotton at first, winds the 1-1. Fastball misses high and outside, 2-1 the count. DJ Mathewson, Brandon Pelter here from Red Wilson Field for Red Sox and Firebirds. YD in first place in the Eastern Division, 22-11-4. Orleans 4th, 13-22-1. Miller peeks over at first, kicks the leg up, the 2-1, skied out to deep left center field. The outfielders are back near the fence. Groshans is there. He leaps, and that one's out of here. Zach Zubia gets one way up into the air and lets the wind push that one out beyond the left center field fence for a 2-run home run, and we are tied here from Red Wilson.
That ball just creeping over the left center field fence, and tip your cap out there to Groshans. Also, the all-out effort to try to get that ball. Big hit from Zubia here for the Red Sox.
That's home run number 2 on the summer for Zubia, and RBIs number 8 and 9 has knotted this game up at 3. So here's Christian Goss. There's still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch, swinging a looper down the first base side, drifting foul, and it gets out of play into the bleachers. As both of Zubia's home runs have come here at Red Wilson. That one not clearing the fence by much, really just a sky-high fly ball that just kept going and just got over the glove of Groshans leaping at the fence. The 0-1 misses inside. That evens up the count at 1 on Goss. Just a perfect day for right-handed hitters to get one out of here. And Zubia took advantage. Here's the 1-1 to Goss. Swing and a liner out to the right center field gap. That splits the outfielders. That'll trickle all the way to the wall. Goss hits the bag at first. Will cruise into second base without a slide, as Goss has extended the hit parade here in the 4th inning. 3 straight YD hitters have gotten hits. And now that'll bring up Matt Dyer to keep the train rolling.
Doesn't take much for a team to just get some confidence, get a little swagger going, and that's what happens with the big fly off the bat of Zubia. And really the inning started with that Quinn Cotton single there. Once you see a guy making good contact, you know, Eric Miller, who's a terrific pitcher, a really solid guy, and I'm sure in the next couple of years we'll see him making some big money. It doesn't matter who the pitcher is, though. Once a team can raise confidence, it really changes the game. Baseball is such a mental sport, and that's what we see here with Whitey breaking through in the fourth after being fairly quiet throughout the game. I mean, in the first inning, they broke through with a run, but that just thanks to 2 walks and a hit by pitch after a double from DeLuca.
So here's Dyer, 0 for 1, a strikeout to his name so far. Miller looks, now has Koss over at second base with the double. The first pitch drifts slow and misses. 1-0 the count on Dyer, who's gotten led off this fourth frame, a single, and then Zach Zuby, a towering 2-run home run. And now Christian Koss has reached with a double. Dyer awaits the 1-0. That misses. Now 2-0 the count on Matt. Just hitting .217 entering play today. And has worked himself into a hitter's count. Rests that bat on his shoulder as he waits for Miller to get the sign. The lefty comes set. Right at the belt. The 2-0. Swing and a fly, a pop fly that drifts foul. Two runs in for the Red Sox in the fourth inning as they have tied it all up at 3 against the Firebirds. As they look to just continue their home field dominance. 12-4-2 here at Red Wilson. As Miller will step off, go through the signs again. As well, they are the only team in the entire Cape League with double-digit wins at home and on the road. And the only team with a winning record on both home and away. Dyer will now turn around, show bunt as the pitch misses high and outside. He pulls back. It's now 3-1. That sacrifice bunt looking to advance Koss to third base, make it easier for Brad Beasley, who stands on deck, a chance to drive him in. Dyer with a 3-1 count. He's ahead of Miller. So lefty gets the sign he wants from the third base side of the rubber. Here's the wind. Dyer turns around again, pulls the bat back. It misses inside for ball 4. 4 straight base runners have reached to start this fourth inning. That's now walk number 4 for Eric Miller. And now the top of the lineup due up for the Red Sox and Brad Beasley. We got some action out in down the right field line in the Orleans bullpen. No movement from Kelly Nicholson, situated right at the entrance of that first base dugout, as now Beasley will dig in 2 on with no out. 2 runs in for the Red Sox here in the fourth. Beasley waits. Now Miller gets the sign from free behind the plate. He'll turn and look at Koss. No one covering the bag over at second. 3-3 the score here from Red Wilson. Both teams 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Miller gets the sign. Here's the wind in the first pitch to Beasley. Dips low outside, misses for ball 1. Both the third baseman, Levy, and Logan Wyatt, the first baseman, playing way in on the grass. Looking for Beasley to bunt right here. Wouldn't have put that out of the question. We saw Dyer squaring around to bunt. But Beasley, one of the hottest hitters on this team, 3.85 average his last 10. It's the 1-0, misses outside, 2-0 the count on Brad. Cal Poly product here in his first summer with the Red Sox. He taps his bat on home plate. Miller staring in at free. Finally gets the sign he wants. He's been laboring here in the fourth. Here's the wind, the 2-0, swing and a liner into left field. That gets through for a base hit. Getting the wave on his Koss. Here's Stroshins. He gets up. The throw to the plate, not in time to get Koss sliding to the back part of the base. That's an RBI single for Brad Beasley. RBI number 7 on the summer for the leadoff man for the Red Sox. And that puts YD in front. It's 4-3 Red Sox.
And I think most coaches, no outs. You're throwing up the hold sign there. Bases juiced with none down. But their pick ever aggressive as he always seems to be in paying off, force the defense to make a play, and that line from Grosh ends up the third base side.
So now here's Johnny DeLuca. Had a double back in the first inning. Came around to score the first run of the day for YD. First pitch swinging and a miss. Comes up empty on an off-speed pitch from Miller. Count 0-1. And running on Jax Groshans, who cut down Noah Campbell at the plate the last time these two met in the first inning of that ball game. But unable to get Koss at the plate right there. As DeLuca now squares around to bunt and will pop it foul behind the plate. It's quickly 0-2.
That was an impressive throw out there from Groshans.
So DeLuca behind now 0-2. 3 runs in for the Red Sox here in the fourth inning. They lead 4-3. Runner still off of first and second and no one out. Miller comes set. Winds the 0-2. Off-speed pitch misses low. Check swing as they check down to first. And Bill Peck said DeLuca did not go around. And the count now 1-2 on the Oregon Duck. Pinwheels the bat a couple times. Now rests it on his shoulder as he's ready in the box. Miller looks back at second. The wind and the 1-2 chopped right to the pitcher, Miller. He'll have to field throwing over to first and just in time to get DeLuca running down that first base side. But it does the job of a sacrifice bunt as it will advance both the runners 90 feet, still with just one out. And now Noah Campbell will come to the plate.
Unfortunately for YD, that ball was put into play. Someone either missed a sign or messed one up because Dyer stayed put at second base and Beasley took off on the pitch.
So now Campbell with one out, runners now on second and third, a chance to extend the lead. Already up for the third time today. The wind, the first pitch from Miller. That catches the outside corner for a strike. A walk and a strikeout for Campbell so far today. 381 clip entering play today, ranking amongst the top of all the Cape League. Beasley a leadoff of second, Dyer a leadoff of third. Here's the wind, the 0-1, misses inside. Campbell shows bunt, pulls it back. Evens up the count at 1-1. So all the infielders for Orleans playing way in on the cut of the grass, looking to cut down the run at home plate if given the opportunity.
You know, TJ, on that bunt, they all crashed, that including the second baseman Steer. If he gets that ball to the first base side, nobody would be at the bag.
And Beasley can just get his lead even bigger off of second as the 1-1 curveball catches the inside corner, and it's 1-2 on Noah Campbell. As Beasley already about on his lead is about a third of the way off the second base bag towards third base with no one within 15 feet of that second base bag. Miller comes set ahead 1-2 to Campbell. Here's the wind and the pitch. That misses high and outside. Evens up the count at 2-2.
You're going to take whatever the defense is willing to give you there. He's just got to watch out for the second baseman, but everybody's ahead of him. So for Brad Beasley, it's an easy read. Get out to the lead, and a ball singled up the middle or put into the outfield, he should score as well.
Miller gets the sign, comes set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a foul straight back. Campbell able to spoil that one from Miller, and the count stays even. As it will not take much to get one past these infielders playing way in on the cut of the grass. Trying to cut down the runner at home plate. The lefty Miller stares in. Gets the sign from Free. Here's the 2-2. Swing and another foul. This one right into the netting in front of the Orleans dugout down the first base side. Couple of flinches there from everyone on the top step. Looking to get out of the way of that one. Wind still gusting out towards left field. Runners on at second and third for YD. 3 runs in for them as the Red Sox lead 4-3. Here's the wind, the 2-2. That misses inside, and Campbell has worked the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miller has already walked 4 batters in this ball game, and Campbell has fought back and worked the count full. The lefty comes set. Runners take their leads from second and third. Here's the 3-2 swing and a liner out into center field. Over is DeMarco. That gets down for a base hit, and he overruns it. 1 run comes home to score. 2 runs will come home to score as Brad Beasley will touch on home plate. Noah Campbell checks in at second base. And we'll see if Pat DeMarco gets an error for overrunning that baseball to allow Campbell to advance to second base. And he stands out there. Looks like they'll give him a double. And that looks like it will be it for Eric Miller as Whitey has touched him up for 5 runs here in the 4th inning. And just some clutch 2-strike hitting from Noah Campbell. As with the pitching change, we're going to take a break here from Red Wilson Field. Red Sox leading the Firebirds 6-3. So Whitey touches up Eric Miller for 5 runs here in the 4th inning and knock him out of the ball game. Final line for the lefty out of Stanford, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned 4 walks and 6 strikeouts. As now Andrew Dashbach will step to the plate and face the right-hander out of Louisville, Shea Smitty. Lefty looks back at second, or Campbell, and will step off.
And Smitty, 6'5", finished his sophomore year at Louisville. 13 appearances, so far this season for the Firebirds. A 3.09 ERA and a 1-1 record.
So Dash looking to keep the inning rolling. 5 runs in for the Red Sox as the wind and the first pitch to Dash misses high for ball 1. Campbell out on second base, a 2 RBI double to knock the pitcher Eric Miller out of the ball game. So he leads off of second, being held on by the second baseman Spencer Steer. The wind in the 1-0. That misses outside, 2-0. It's just one of those Whitey innings here at home where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, hit after hit after hit. And they just force you to make a play, and Orleans unable to, as they now lead 6-3.
Smitty at Louisville this past season, 45 2/3. But the strikeout numbers at 56 and a 2.96 ERA.
The righty sets, gets the sign from Free. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a liner out over the head of Andrew Martinez at short and in to left field for a base hit. Dash will reach at first. Advancing to third base is Noah Campbell as Dashbach gets in on the hit party here in the 4th inning. And now the 9th batter of this 4th inning will come to the plate, and that's Nick Quintana.
Still adjusted out But there from Dash, barreling that ball up, lining it, and you'd think Martinez had a good look at that one, hit right over his head. He's at 5'11". If he's 6'2", that's probably a catch.
So now Quintana will step to the plate. That was hit number 6 of this 4th inning in just 8 widey batters. As now Quintana, Arizona Wildcat, steps in. Runners leading off of the corners. 5 runs in for the Red Sox. It's the first pitch that catches the outside edge. So far today for Quintana, 0 for 2, a pair of Ks. Both of those coming against Eric Miller. One in the first inning, one in the third, but a chance to do some damage here in the 4th. Here's the wind in the 0-1. That misses outside. That evens the count at 1. Quintana's raised that average entering today to 261. July 1st was hitting just 190. But now is locked in at the plate. As he steps back into the box. Smitty kicks the 1-1. Bounces away from free. That misses for a ball. Coming home to score is Noah Campbell. Advancing to second base is Dashbach as Whitey keeps piling it on here in the 4th inning. Now 6 runs across and a 7-3 lead.
And that takes away the double play ball in addition to the run scoring.
So Dash now in scoring position over at second base. Quintana pinwheels the bat a couple times, points it out towards center field. Smitty set right at the belt again, the 2-1. Fastball misses high. Now 3-1 on Quintana. Quintana looks down at third base to Scott Pickler giving the signs. Now we'll get back into the batter's box, snap the plate a couple times. Smitty gets the sign out on the rubber. Lifts the leg up, the 3-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Off-speed pitch at the top of the strike zone. And the count has run full. 7-3 Red Sox lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 6 base hits already, a base on balls, and a ground out. Smitty set again. Looks back at second, the payoff pitch. Swing and a grounder up the middle. Over is Steer, the second baseman Fields. Throws on over to first. That's in time to get Quintana. Advancing to third base is Andrew Dashbach on that ground out to the right side of the infield. There's now 2 down, and for the second time this inning, Quinn Cotton will come to the plate. So the Red Sox have now batted around here in the 4th inning. 6 runs across, and another one still out there for Cotton, who lit off the frame with a single, then came around to score on the Zach Zubia homer. Smitty now looks over at Dashbach at third, fires home the first pitch to Cotton, a swing and a foul straight back. 0-1 on Quinn. Western Athletic Conference Player of the Year has reached twice today, an RBI walk in the first, and single came around to score to start this frame. Smitty, a deep breath. Out of the stretch, the 0-1. That misses high, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. As we are just past the 6:32 hour here at Red Wilson Field. Thanks for joining us. TJ Matthewson alongside Brandon Pelter. The 0-1. That catches the outside corner, and the count now 1-2 on Quinn. Another beautiful day for baseball out here on Cape Cod in South Yarmouth, DY Regional High School. Smitty winds the 1-2. Off-speed pitch just misses off the plate. Free held it on that outside corner for a second, but couldn't get the call from Jeff Merzel.
Breaking ball looked good, but as you mentioned, just breaking down and falling off the plate a bit.
Smitty a strike away from getting out of this fourth inning. He winds the 2-2. That misses down and away. Full count on Cotton. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
This is one of the things that YD does so well, why their offense is so potent. While they're aggressive at the plate, they're disciplined. They're not going to go out of the zone and chase many pitches at all, and you're seeing that displayed here.
Smitty set at the belt, the 3-2. Off the plate away, ball 4. Cotton will reach for the second time this inning. And now Zach Zubia, who's already homered in this frame, will get another chance here in the fourth with runners on the corners. This is, as you mentioned, discipline, a YD squad that entered today with the fewest strikeouts and the most walks. About as a complete of an offense as you can get out here on the Cape. So now Zubia, who is 1 for 2 today, steps to the plate. That home run, scraping the clouds out towards left center field. Just over the reach of Jack Scrotians, the left fielder leaping at the wall. The first pitch from Smitty. That misses off the plate away. And you talk about disciplined hitters. This is a guy, Zach Zubia, at a point this season, had a 41-game on-base streak. His past spring with the Texas Longhorns. The 1-0 swing and a foul straight back. And the count evens at 1. The 11th batter of this bottom of the fourth inning has catapulted YD from behind 3-1 to ahead 7-3. Righty on righty matchup. Smitty kicks the 1-1, swing and a grounder right at the shortstop. Andrew Martinez throws the short way to second to get Quinn Cotton. That will be in time for out number 3 here in the fourth inning. Not before YD sends 11 batters to the plate and puts 6 runs up on the board as they now lead the Firebirds 7-3 as we head to the 5th inning. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Two, 3, and 4 due up in the Firebirds order as they look to bounce back from that rough bottom of the fourth inning for the Firebirds pitching staff. 11 YD batters came to the plate and scored 6 runs. They now lead 7-3. First pitch to J.J. Blade from Mitch Taransky, misses off the plate away. Taransky came in relief of Brant Herter, only made it through 3 innings and had a 1-2-3 fourth with a strikeout. Lefty kicks the 1-0. That catches the inside corner, evens up the count at 1-1. So it'll be Blade, Spencer Steer, Logan Wyatt scheduled to come to bat as the Firebirds now trail by 4. The leg kick and the 1-1 swing and a fly ball out to left field. Cotton running hard over towards the line into foul territory. That's out of reach and it drops right into the YD bullpen and will be strike 2. So a long way for Quinn Cotton to run. Watch that one just drop foul. And Taransky has worked ahead of the all-star J.J. Blade. And it's 1-2.
A lot of speed out there from Cotton, but wouldn't you love to see a guy like David Hamilton just let loose out there, chase a ball like that?
Yeah, that would be fun to watch as the 1-2 swing and a fly ball out to left field. Cotton retreats a few steps in front of the fence. He's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. A quick out number 1 will bring up Spencer Steer, a guy, David Hamilton, we haven't seen in about a week or so. An injury running the bases about a week ago at Bourne. I have yet to really see him in the lineup since then. He's still recovering, still in the dugout, hanging around the guys. So recovering, looking to get back on the field. So here's Spencer Steer. Wind and the first pitch. Curveball breaks off on the outside corner for strike 1. Pair of flyouts for the Oregon Duck. One to his teammate in center field, Johnny DeLuca. The other to Quinn Cotton in left. Taransky set at the chest level. The 0-1 swing, grounder up the middle, scoots into center field for a base hit. Steer finally checks in with that first base hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 3 today. And that will bring up Logan Wyatt. Just a pitch left on the middle of the plate, and Steer able to make good contact with that and hit it right back where it came from. Skipped a couple of times, got out into center field. Here's Wyatt, first baseman out of Louisville. 0 for 2 today, a pair of groundouts. Wide first pitch, curveball on the inside corner for strike 1. Taransky, a double play ball of getting through the 5th inning and protecting that 4-run lead for the Red Sox. They jumped all over Eric Miller and Shea Smitty for 6 runs. The wind and the 0-1 swing and a foul out of play. And the count quickly 0-2. Red Sox 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Firebirds 3 runs on 5 hits with an out top of the 5th inning. Taransky set at the chest level, the 0-2. Curveball dips outside and misses. Steer thought about it at first, but will retreat back to the base. Dyer kept that one in front of him. Of course, the strong arm as well. And the count 1-2. Fans still staying around here at Red Wilson. Wind in the 1-2. Dribbler out to shortstop. Cosfield throws on the run over to first base. On a bounce, not in time to get Logan Wyatt. Just enough in the hole at shortstop for Cos to have to make a longer throw and allow Logan Wyatt to beat that one out by just a hair, charging down that first base line. It was a bang-bang play, but Wyatt is called safe. And that will be an infield single and bring up Jax Groshans.
That's a pretty play from Christian Costo going into the hole. They get that ball kind of thrown off the back foot on the run, just missing him by half a step, if that.
Groshans 1 for 1, a run scored and a walk to his name today. Taransky now 2 on, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Red Sox leading 7-3 here at home, where they've been so good this summer, 12-4-2. First pitch to Groshans, that misses high and outside for ball 1. Thankful for everyone joining in to the broadcast today. Brandon Pelter alongside, or TJ Matthewson alongside Brandon Pelter here from Red Wilson Field. Taransky gets the sign from Dyer. The lefty deals the 1-0. That dips below the strike zone. It's 2-0 on Groshans. Orleans jumped out to a 3-1 lead, top of the 2nd inning. Kenyon Jovan with a 3 RBI home run. And then Whitey, 6 runs coming in the bottom half of the 4th inning, knocking Eric Miller out of this ball game. The wind and the 2-0. That misses. Now 3-0. The count on Groshans.
After YD able to put up so many runs, Mitch Turansky was sitting in that Red Sox dugout for longer than normal. That can get to a pitcher, kind of get cooled down after being in the heat of the ball game.
So now Dyer out to have a quick word with his pitcher Turansky, who's fallen behind Groshans 3-0. Turansky trying to get a shut-down inning, keep the momentum on YD's side. Has allowed 2 base runners to reach with an out. Got J.J. Blade to fly out to left field to start the inning, but then back-to-back singles. The wind, the 3-0. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. For strike 1, it's 3-1. James Free, the catcher, is on deck for the Firebirds. Taking some practice cuts right in front of the Orleans dugout in the on-deck circle. Turansky looks back at second, comes set, the 3-1, swing and a dribbler foul right into the protective fence next to the YD dugout. Its count has run full. As some more action up in the bullpen for the Red Sox, it's Sam Kessler, the righty out of West Virginia. This being a short start for Brant Herter, only lasted 3 innings, and now Turansky has worked himself into trouble here in the fifth, pardon. The 3-2 dribbler towards third base. Quintana Fields will throw on the run over to first. That'll be in time to get Groshans. The runners will each advance 90 feet, steer to third, and Wyatt all to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for James Free.
I think that's the right move there by Quintana. Get the shore out and get the second out for the Red Sox.
So Free, the catcher, who has reached both times today. In the second, it was via the hit by a pitch. In the third, it was a single. So he will step in. 2 runners in scoring position. 2 outs here in the fifth. His team trailing 7-3. As the wind, the first pitch from Turansky. Curveball drops low for ball 1. Free taps the bat on his cleats and will dig back into the box. Steer leads off of third base. Wyatt off of second base. No one holding Wyatt on at second. Here's the wind, the 1-0. That catches the outside corner, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Out in right field, Brad Beasley playing a little shallow, but normal depth and position for Quinn Cotton and Johnny DeLuca out in right or left and center field. Turansky sets, looks back at the runner. The 1-1 curveball misses low again, blocked by Dyer. And the count now 2-1. Two runners on, 2 outs. 2-1 count on James Free, top of the 5th inning. As Whitey leads this one 7-3. Turansky sets again, the 2-1. Fastball catches the strike zone at the knees. And Turansky is a strike away from getting out of this 5th inning. Campbell shaded up the middle, Dashbach playing off the line at first base. Straight up on the left side of the infield for James Free. As the catcher digs back in, rests the bat on his shoulder as Turansky gets the sign. Here's the leg kick and the 2-2. Swing and a dribbler up the middle right to Christian Koss. He'll field, throw on over to first base, scooped down to the dirt by Andrew Dashbach, and that will do it for the Firebirds here in the 5th inning as they leave 2 runners stranded, and they still trail 7-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
7-3, YD leads Orleans here in the home half of the fifth inning at Red Wilson Field. Brandon Pelter with TJ Mathewson, and the Red Sox sent 11 batters to the plate in the bottom of the fourth inning, scored 6 runs to propel themselves ahead by 4. It'll be 8-9-1 to lead off. Christian Koss starts things out. The 8-man 1 for 2 with a double to right center field. And he scored as well in that lengthy fourth inning. Koss, an all-star reserve for the Red Sox. Still Shea Smitty on the mound, who came into play with Justin out in the inning. First pitch misses low and away. The final line on Eric Miller, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, all 7 going to him. 4 walks as the 1-0 is swung on and lifted out to center field. DeMarco ranging right, settles under it, makes the catch for out number 1.
Catcher from Arizona, number 5.
Matt Dyer up next. He walked. Came around to score as well in the fourth inning. That'll be a common theme through YD plated 6 in the inning. Trailing 3-1 heading in. Have the 7-3 lead heading out, and they still hold that lead in the bottom of the fifth with an out. First pitch to Dyer misses off the plate away. Smitty, the righty, working from the line, first base side. The 1-0 is swung on and lifted first base side out of play. Shea Smitty, 6'5", righty from Louisville. Appearance number 14. Here's the 1-1. In the dirt on the outer third. 2-1 the count here on Dyer. Matt hitting .213 for the Red Sox. 2-1. Swing and a grounder through the whole right side. Past a diving Spencer Steer. Matt Dyer, the 1-out single here in the fifth.
That's got to feel good for Matt. Picked the right side of the infield to go to. Picked the right spot to, right through the hole in between the second baseman Steer and Logan White over at first base for another 1-out base runner for the Red Sox.
Brad Beasley now up for the Red Sox. 1 for 3, an RBI single to left in his last at-bat. It's Dyer off of first, the catcher for YD. Smitty from the set at the belt. First pitch. Runner goes. Liner into left. Hit and run was on. And successful there for Brad Beasley. Runners on first and second with it out here in the fifth.
How about the bat? Brad Beasley is swinging, knows exactly what he wants when he steps to the plate and just goes after that first pitch in a missile out to left field for a base hit. Now 2 on for the heart of the order.
How about Beasley hitting .380 here for the Red Sox? Johnny DeLuca, the switch hitter, now steps to the left side to face Smitty for the first time today. Runners on first and second for YD. Just it out. Smitty sets. The first pitch misses low.
Just this YD offense just kind of seemed a little dormant for the first 3 innings and then just have exploded ever since the start of that 4th inning.
Here's pitch 27. 14 of them have been balls from Smitty. That drops in for a strike. Breaking ball in the inner third evens the count at 1. Dyer off of second. He singled through the right side. Beasley at first with a liner to left. The 1-1 in tight. DeLuca jackknifes out of the way. And it's 2-1. Smitty here in the fifth, struggling to get ahead of Red Sox hitters. Wind blowing over the wall in left. It's been that kind of day. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Zach Zubia with a home run for the Red Sox. It was Kenyon Yovan with the 3-run shot for Orleans back in the second. That's how they've collected all of their runs. It's 7-3 YD here in the home half of the fifth. 2 men on, Justin out. Smitty, the Louisville righty, sets. Peaks at second. Now kicks with the 2-2. Inside 3-2 now, the count on the 2-man Johnny DeLuca, who's doubled down the left field line today. He came around to score a run in the first for YD. That initially put them ahead. Trees out in center field, sway left and right. Payoff pitch. Swing and off the end of the bat, in the air, down the left field line. The third baseman is back. That's Levy, and he makes the catch just on the outfield grass inside the line.
South Carolina, number 14, Noah Campbell.
So with 2 away, it's Noah Campbell up. Double to center, scored 2 runs for YD. He also walked and struck out. Campbell also hitting from the left side. Another switch hitter for the Red Sox. That's got to be such a weapon, TJ. DeLuca and Campbell there going from both sides.
Yeah, especially where they're situated in the lineup. You could just have your 2 and 3 hitters flip around to the other side when an arm from the different side comes in.
First pitch misses inside to Campbell. It's Dyer at second, Beasley off of first.
And for both of them, for Campbell at least, hitting lefty seems like his better side, at least what we've seen this summer. And for DeLuca, kind of a push on both sides, equally good.
Smitty sets with 2 outs here, 2 men aboard. The 1-0. Swing and off the hands, driven out to center field. DeMarco running back makes the catch in deep center for the 3rd out, but not before the Red Sox collect 2 hits. Can't do anything with it, though, here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 men left on base. It's 7-3. YD leads Orleans through 5. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Seven 3 YD leads Orleans as we head to the top of the 6th inning at Red Wilson Field. Brandon Pelter with TJ Mathewson. And the Red Sox have changed defensively, adding David Hamilton at second base. Noah Campbell's day is presumably done here for the Red Sox. David Hamilton, his first appearance since July 18th against Bourne. The very first inning of the game, hit a double, but came up limp. He's been out of the lineup since, as the 7-man Justin Levy takes the first pitch that misses outside. So a good thing to see Hamilton back, and he adds a ton of speed for the Red Sox. Still Mitch Turansky, the lefty out of Michigan State, working from the set, the 1-0. Also misses low, 2 balls and no strikes here on the 7-man Levy. 2 flyouts to right so far for the Firebirds hitter. Turansky sets, kicks in the 2-0. Fought off, out of play right side. Turansky making appearance number 13 for YD, and the ERA up over 5.7. But he's been doing his best to kind of work things down after a tough start to the season. So the 2-0's called a strike. The very first outing for Turansky, a win, 10-9 over Bourne. He pitched an inning, but gave up 3 hits and 3 runs. So 2-2 the count on the 7-man Levy. Here's the pitch. Paints the outside corner, called strike 3. Levy down looking. That's strikeout number 2 for Turansky. Kenyon Yovan up next. He hit the 3-run shot back in the second. It's provided all the Orleans offense so far today. They trail the Red Sox by 4 runs. Yovan hitting from the right side. Settles in. Turansky delivers the first pitch. Breaking ball called a strike. Here's the 0-1. Clips the outside corner. Also the breaking ball. And Turansky in the driver's seat. Here 0-2 with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Sun peeking through here. Just past 7 o'clock. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball yet again, this time in the dirt. This the 5th out of 6 meetings between YD and Orleans. The final comes next Tuesday at Eldridge Park. So far, YD with 3 straight wins against the Firebirds. They dropped the first meeting of the season. 1-2. Breaking ball cut on and missed. Strike 3 to Yovan for the second out of the inning. And that entire at-bat there, Turansky going breaking ball after breaking ball. Got the job done as the 9-man Andrew Martinez is up next. Flew out to right. He was also hit by a pitch. Martinez, formerly of the YD Red Sox. First pitch, checks it, but he went around. For YD, such a strong lineup and many players that aren't in the lineup fighting for spots day in and day out. There's the 0-1. Swung on and driven to shallow right field. Beasley coming on. Dunks in ahead of him for a plunker single from Martinez. But for the Red Sox, just such depth. And Pick realized Martinez would be one of the odd men out. So tried to get him to another team on the Cape. Was able to do it here with the Firebirds. Now Pat DeMarco is up with 2 outs. A man aboard. That's Andrew Martinez at first. DeMarco an infield single in the first. Since then he's been quiet with 2 strikeouts. The lefty Turansky sets center of the rubber. First pitch. Breaking ball dances around the outside corner and misses. Pitchers today taking BP after the 5-0 shutout win over the Wareham Gatemen. And Mitch Turansky putting a few of those batting practice pitches over the fence. 1-0 dips in the dirt. Probably had the best showing for the Red Sox pitchers. Even hit one to deep center field. Now, the caveat there is the pitchers were able to use aluminum bats. So certainly adds a little something. And Scott Pickler even made it a competition. Split the pitchers into 2 teams. And Two of the assistant coaches got in on the mix. Is picked now out of the Red Sox dugout. Roberto Mercado and Stephen Phillips. They were the last to hit for their individual squads, and Berto won it for his team, powering one to right field. Pick out for the mound meeting with Mitch Taransky, who so far has had a solid outing for Whitey. 2 2/3, 3 hits, no runs. And Whitey will make a move to the bullpen. Sam Kessler from West Virginia in next for the Red Sox. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. The runner aboard will step aside with the pitching change. Pick the call to the bullpen. It's 7-3 Red Sox over Orleans. You're listening to Whitey Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Sam Kessler, the 6-foot even righty from West Virginia, takes the mound for Whitey. 10th appearance in the Red Sox uniform and a 1.80 ERA through 15 innings pitched. Also has 17 strikeouts. And this, a guy that his fastball lives mid to upper 80s. Not 90s, 80s. He's seen success here on the Cape. Also an all-star for Whitey. Pitched scoreless, hitless, 2/3 of an inning. He'll face Pat DeMarco, already a 2-0 count with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. First pitch swinging to the shortstop, routine grounder Koss. Flips it to second. Hamilton there for the fielder's choice to retire the side. No runs on a hit. One man is left on base through 5.5. 7-3 YD leads Orleans. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. To the bottom of the 6th we go at Red Wilson Field, the home team. YD leads the visitors Orleans 7-3. Brandon Pelter here with you. Thank you so much for tuning in on what's turned into a humid and bit overcast Wednesday evening here at the ballpark. An off day for YD tomorrow before hosting Chatham on Friday, but some inclement weather in the forecast here these next few days on the Cape as we're into the final stretch of the regular season, believe it or not. A week and a half is left. Season ends 8 days from today. Still Shea Smitty, first pitch to Dash, misses well outside. His parents are here, all the way from California. Dad Mark making second trip of the season to see Andrew play, the Stanford product, the 1-0. Misses on the outer third low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Dashbach so far has reached base 3 times. He's 1 for 1 with a single, but also walked and was hit by a pitch. 2-0. Swung on and scorched to left. That dunks in and a few hops to the wall. Dash is around first. On his way to second. Misplayed there by Groshans in left, got away from him, but I don't think that would have mattered. A leadoff double here for Andrew Dashbach here in the bottom of the 6th. Nick Quintana up next. YD now with 10 hits on the scoreboard. 7 runs. The Orleans Firebirds, 3 runs on 7 hits, but those 3 runs thanks to the 3-run dinger from Kenyon Yovan back in the 2nd. Nick Quintana up next. No outs, bottom 6, a man at second. First pitch. Swing and a grounder up the middle, left to the second base bag. Dashbach is held at third, and now runners on the corners for YD. Still no outs in the bottom of the 6th. In on the hands of Quintana. Sounded like he probably broke that bat. But that'll get the job done. Quintana now 1 for 4 on the day. Now Quinn Cotton up next. In addition to Dashbach, Cotton has reached base all 3 times. 2 walks, a single up the middle. First walk came with the bases loaded in the first, so an RBI for Cotton. Runners on the corner, no outs. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball dipping low over the heart of the plate. 0-1 the count on Cotton. WAC Player of the Year from Grand Canyon. The Antelope hit .390. Smitty sets the 0-1. Misses outside. Count evens. YD with a big 4th inning, scoring 6 runs. Placed 11 hitters at the plate. 1-1. Swing and a high chopper to the shortstop. Martinez flips to second for 1. No play at first. Fielder's choice RBI for Quinn Cotton. And now it's an 8-3 lead for YD here in the 6th. Just a high chopping ball to the shortstop. Didn't have a play at first. So they got the man at second out. YD, though, places the run. Now Zach Zubia is up. Still justed out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch. Fought off out of play right side. Zubia 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run so far today. 1 for 3, rather, the 2-run home run coming in that big 4th inning. Cotton led with a single up the middle, and Zubia followed suit with a 2-run dinger. Smitty sets the tall righty from Louisville with the 0-1. Breaking ball called a strike. It's 0-2 here on Zubia. Hitting .250 for YD. Big guy from Texas with a lot of power. Showing it today. The 0-2. In the dirt, a breaking ball. Free stops it with the chest protector, and it's now 1-2. With Cotton at first base. Justed out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Already a run across for YD, an 8-3 lead. Cotton off of first. Smitty sets. Kicks with the 1-2. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. It's not in time. It was a breaking ball. That was called strike 3 from the home plate umpire on the outside corner. Free couldn't get it down in time. So a strikeout for Zubia, but a stolen base for Cotton. That's just the first strikeout of the afternoon for Shea Smitty. Now with 2 outs, a man at second. Christian Koss up. First pitch misses upstairs. Koss 1 for 3 today. Double to right center in the 4th inning. Also struck out looking and flew out to right. Here's the 1-0. In the dirt, that gets past Free. Cotton around third. Hard turn, but he'll hold there. A wild pitch. Got through the wickets of Free. Now another run just 90 feet away. It's already a 5-run lead for YD over Orleans in the bottom of the 6th inning. YD continues to threaten here. Koss a long look at the barrel. Now steps into the right side, taps the plate. As Smitty sets at the belt. The Louisville righty kicks 2-0. Swing and a grounder, tapped up the third base side foul. Magic number for the Red Sox is 4. Combination of 4 YD wins and Chatham losses will give them the top seed in the East, 2-1. Upstairs, it's now 3-1 on Christian Koss. Matt Dyer, the catcher and 9-man, is on deck for YD. Smitty kicks with the 3-1. Misses outside, ball 4. Walk number 2. Smitty has given up here in his extended outing. He's gotten through 2 1/3 thus far. You'd have to think Kelly Nicholson doesn't want to use many more pitchers. 5-run lead for YD, and we've seen a pretty steady bullpen from the Red Sox. The Firebirds also in action tomorrow, playing Hyannis at 6 o'clock start at McKeon Park. So runners on the corners, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Matt Dyer is up. Smitty sets, offers the first pitch. In the dirt, stopped by Free. Now it gets through the legs, not far, but far enough for Christian Koss to take off. Free couldn't find it for a moment. So now runners at second and third for YD. Koss advancing via the wild pitch. Red Sox again threaten here with 2 away. Dyer 1 for 2 today. Singled to right, also walked and scored in the 4th. 1-0. Swing and a hard hit grounder foul left side. It's 1-1. The Arizona catcher transferred from Oregon. Pick really trying to work on the swing with Dyer, who has an absolute cannon behind the plate. Two in scoring position for YD. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The run across for YD. The 1-1. Clips the outside corner. A fastball called strike. It's 1-2. Here on an overcast Wednesday night in South Yarmouth. Wind has been lively tonight. It currently blowing directly out of left field. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a chopper to the third baseman, Levy. Fields throws to first just in time to get Dyer and retire the Red Sox here in the sixth. YD tacks on one more. It's 8-3. Red Sox over the Firebirds through 6 innings. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Jacob Jordan with Brandon Pelter in the top of the 7th inning.
Thanks, Jake. It's an 8-3 lead of the YD Red Sox over the Orleans Firebirds. Sam Kessler still out on the mound, and J.J. Blade, the 2-man, to lead off the inning. Jake, he's one of your favorites out here on the Cape.
He is. He's great talent, Vandy guy, SEC baseball. It doesn't get much better.
Well, wouldn't that make him a rival, though, of your LSU Tigers?
A little bit. It's, cross-divisional there in the East. We're in the West. We played them once last year, but good talent. It doesn't matter.
Kessler, the first pitch. Swung on, and this one driven out to deep center field. DeLuca, look, but this one is gone. Blade smokes this one out to center. A solo home run to start out the top of the 7th. It's still 8-4 YD, though.
And that makes me look kind of smart. Talent right there. What I say, good talent, and that ball was torched.
Well, that's why you're good at your job as a scout liaison with YD, helping out the MLB scouts with whatever they need, also giving them some advice here and there, right?
I wouldn't call it advice. They ask some questions, but those are the guys, I'm asking. There's a lot of me asking advice. I'll tell you that.
So 8-4 now as the 3-man Spencer Steer is up. First pitch misses away. Steer 1 for 3 today. All of the Firebirds offense has come via the long ball. 1-0. Fouled off first base side. The other, a 3-run home run from Kenyon Yovan for this Orleans offense that leads the Cape via the big fly. 1-1. Misses outside. Blade hitting home run number 3. Here to start out the inning. 8-4. YD the lead, though. Kessler sets third base side of the rubber. 1-1. Misses in the dirt. For Sam Kessler, Jake, he's not a guy that's going to overpower you with the fastball. How has he been so successful?
Control. control, spotting up, that's the biggest thing. You know, guys like Greg Maddux played in the big leagues for years, and even Hall of Famer. Not a lot of velo, but knows where it's going.
2-1. Just misses the outside corner. It was 3-1 rather. That's ball 4 to Spencer Steer. That's just the 5th walk of the season for Sam Kessler. In his 10th appearance, he's also only allowed a run in 4 of 10. The ERA coming into the day at just 1.80. Now the 4-man Logan Wyatt is up. First pitch. Misses in the dirt. Hamilton, the second baseman, swings over to cover a bit of the hole on the right side. Wyatt from the left side, the first baseman, an infield single back in the 5th. Runner on first, Kessler, the righty, sets, and the 1-0. Called a strike, it's 1-1. This Firebirds offense did lose a big weapon in Nick Osborne getting signed by the Oakland A's just before the All-Star game. One.
Yeah, you know, Brendan, that happens. That happened also to Sutera from Harwich, signed up by the Phillies. You know, these guys that were draft eligible didn't get drafted. They get their number up here in free agency, and off they go to pro ball.
1-1 missed low. It's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. It is slapped down the left field line, foul. For Tom, actually slated to pitch in that All-Star game on Sunday, a 4-3 win west over the East, but he actually got a little more money for not pitching in that game. I think that's a no-brainer decision. I mean, you still made the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You still get the honor of, you know, being an all-star, but at the same time, you also get the honor of playing professional baseball.
2-2. Check swing went around. Wyatt rung up. That's the 3rd strikeout of the outing for Sam Kessler. Jack Scrotians up next with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Already a run across for the Firebirds via the solo home run from J.J. Blade to lead off the inning. Runner at first, that's Spencer Steer. First pitch. Misses outside to Groshans, a returner for the Firebirds. He's hitting .267 this year. Time is called by Groshans. How about the time yesterday at Dunkin' Donuts Park in Hartford? Did you enjoy it, Jake?
I really did. Very nice park, great game. I don't think you can ask for a much better day of baseball, honestly.
1-0. Swung on and missed. The breaking ball sent past Groshans. You actually were saying you have a friend in the Rockies organization, hoping to see him there in some time.
I do. My roommate from last year at LSU, Nick Bush, taken in the 8th round by the Rockies, so he's in high A now, and hopefully he'll make it there soon.
1-1. Swing and looped into center field. DeLuca coming on, dunks in ahead of him. Steer will stop at second. Now runners on the first 2 bags for the Firebirds with an out here in the top of the 7th. Brandon Pelter with Jacob Jordan here at Red Wilson Field. Now Christian wanders out of the YD dugout. It's already starting to get a bit dark. Plenty of cloud cover here to begin the game, and storm's supposed to roll in just after we end here at 8:30, 9 o'clock. No lights, of course, at Red Wilson Field. There's not a chance we'd be playing at that time. But here already at 7:30, it's possible we don't get through 9.
I think you've got a great point, and I'm going to have to agree with you. This is probably some of the darkest we've seen it this early so far this season, but you know, we'll see how things go, and I'm sure the whole staff's glad we'll be off tomorrow, because getting this field ready after a whole night of storms would not be a fun task.
That's Steve Thatcher, the GM for YD. His son Brandon as well play a big part in that. First pitch to James Free. Swung on and missed. Went down to a knee for that pitch in the dirt. Runners on first and second for the Firebirds. Already a run across this inning, but they trail YD by 4. Steer at second, Groshans at first. The 0-1 from Kessler. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike.
Breaking ball really works well for Kessler. It's a good combo to that high 80s fastball that's often spotted up well, so it's worked for him so far this summer.
Kessler, the righty out of West Virginia, third base side of the rubber. Sets at the chest, 0-2. Misses off the plate, a good waste pitch. Kessler, like some other pitchers, when he comes set, straightens out that front left leg. As opposed to a little bend, similar to what he has in the back leg. 1-2. Just misses off the corner of the plate. YD with a 6-run fourth inning. Powering them here. They lead 8-4. Also added runs in the first and the sixth. The 2-2 is swung on and soft grounder to the right side. Backhanded by Hamilton. Barehanded by Koss. Flips on to first, the double play.
That is a professional. That's a professional toss-up right there. I mean, Hamilton comes up, never uses his hand, gloves it over to Koss. Koss bare hand to first. It's what you see on Top 10 Plays when you watch ESPN at night, Brandon.
And then I guess we'll throw it to break here. 8-4 YD through 6.5. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Home half of the seventh, an 8-4 lead. The YD Red Sox on top of the Orleans Firebirds. Umpires gathering both coaches, so the eighth inning will probably be the last of play. It'll just take the top of the inning with YD, the home team, the lead. It's Enzo Stefanoni, new pitcher in. First pitch, a breaking ball to Beasley, called a strike. Stefanoni, the 6-foot righty out of Harvard. 9 appearances, 4.05 ERA this spring. The 0-1 upstairs. It's 1-1. Free thought it might have been fouled off the bat. Now the home first base umpire appeal says Beasley went around on the check swing. Stefanoni working from the windup. Bleach blonde hair running out of the back of the cap. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball past Beasley for out number 1.
Made quick work of him right there. 3 pitches.
Johnny DeLuca up next, the left-handed hitter. So not only is he going to Harvard, but he's playing baseball there. That's got to be difficult with the academic coursework. His first pitch misses down low.
Without a doubt. Props to him because I know it's hard anywhere but Harvard. Wow.
Levy is off the line, well off the line at third. 1-0. Right down Main Street. 1-1 the count here with an out in the bottom of the 7th inning. YD the 4-run lead over Orleans. 1-1. Clips the outside corner. 1-2 the count. That Red Sox lead thanks to a 6-run explosion in the 4th inning. 1-2. Swung on and lifted to shallow left field. Groshans coming on. He'll make the catch near the line for out number 2.
Yeah, Brandon, we were just talking about the darkness, and it looks like those storms you were mentioning may be sooner rather than later, getting even a little bit more cloudy here at the field.
Guess I'll have to add meteorologist to the resume.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Here's David Hamilton entered the game in the top of the 6th inning, hitting from the left side. First pitch, called a strike. Hamilton, his first game and first plate appearance since July 18th, doubled against Bourne the first inning. 0-1, swung on and slapped to the left side, backhanded by the shortstop Martinez, and in one fluid motion throws in time to first. Firebirds coming to plate in the top of the 8th. This should be last licks. YD, the 4-run lead through 7. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Ryan Nelson on to close this one out for the Red Sox. An 8-4 lead over the Firebirds in the top of the 8th inning. But the umpires met up in between the 7th inning and met with both coaches. We can only presume here with darkness coming, this will be the last inning. So Ryan Nelson for YD, the 6'4 righty, making his 12th appearance. 2-0 record and a 3.29 ERA in addition to 4 saves.
I love watching Ryan Nelson pitch. Mid-90s fastball, filthy slider. He's one of the guys. I'm glad he made the All-Star game, too. He filled in, and I thought he was really deserving of that.
Nelson will face Levy, Yvonne, and Martinez, 7, 8, and 9. He works from the windup here with nobody on, nobody out. Levy from the right side, the first pitch. Breaking ball sweeps across the plate to the outer edge, called a strike. As of right now, Mitch Taransky in line for the win. His best showing of the season. The 0-1. Fastball called a strikeout in the outer third. Taransky went 2 2/3, 3 hit, no runs in his outing. Eric Miller, the starter for the Firebirds, currently in line for the loss. Here's the 0-2. Swing and off the end of the bat to the right side, fielded by Waddell, the new second baseman. He throws in time for out number 1.
Waddell has great hands. Started off the season at short, and since then has moved to second, but I think he can play anywhere on the infield, except maybe first.
That brings up now with 1 out, Kenyon Yovan, the 3-run home run. All 4 Firebirds runs have come via the long ball. First pitch from Nelson. Swung on and missed. A breaking ball dropping to the lefty batter's box and in the dirt. Yovan from the right side taps the plate. Now Nelson, the tall righty, into the wind. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball whips in, also called a strike. 0-2. Nelson really has his best stuff so far today.
Really bringing it, and the slider is showing to be rather useful to him right now.
0-2. Yvonne in a hole. Nelson, a deep exhale. Here's the pitch. Skips home on the outer third. It's 1-2. Nelson taking his time here. Sometimes he works quickly, other times really slows it down. This is the latter. 1-2. Fouled back, a fastball in the outer third. Count remains with 1 out in the top of the 8th, the de facto 9th inning here at Red Wilson Field with darkness looming. 4-run lead for YD. Thanks to a 6-run 4th inning. Jumped out to a 1-0 lead before the Firebirds scored 3 in the second. 1-2. Swung on and missed. A fastball on the outer third. And the Firebirds are down to their final strike.
That mid-90s fastball has worked for him all year, and it will continue to work for him all year, as well as his slider.
Final out, that is, rather, as pinch hitter now up for the Firebirds. It'll be Philip Clark, catcher from Vanderbilt. Clark, the left-handed hitter, righty thrower, hitting .247 for Orleans so far this season. First pitch in tight. That caught a piece of the home plate umpire. Hit the glove of Dyer. That was a fastball inside. That hurts.
Looks like it got the umpire right on the knuckles, and that does not feel good. That ball was moving.
That's Jeff Merzell behind home plate. Training staff out for the Red Sox. The third base umpire, Jeff Kinney, comes in as well. And Kinney has his fingers bandaged on them. Umpire life, it's not easy.
It is not easy. They take a beating back there. Really respect those guys.
So Merzell now laughing with the YD training staff. Certainly a good sign. But I'm sure he'll need to ice that later. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Due to darkness, most likely this will be the last inning of play. Orleans trails YD by 4. Red Sox have won the last 3 meetings. They've won 3 of 4 so far this season. Final meeting will be at Eldridge Park next Wednesday. Clark, the pinch hitter, ready from the left side. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and driven down the left field line, curling foul. So now Clark back to the plate. They're fouling that one off. The scoreboard reads 0-2. But that pitch was in tight on Clark, the very first pitch. I don't think he fouled that back. Nelson into the wind with 2 outs the pitch. Breaking ball misses low.
Waiting on the umpire to hold up the right count, and he just hasn't done it for you yet, Brendan.
He doesn't like us very much. Nelson into the wind, 1-2. In the dirt. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Nobody on for the Firebirds. They trail the Red Sox by 4 here at Red Wilson Field. Final trip of the season for Orleans. Regular season, that is. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3.
Slider caught the inside corner, little backdoor action, and that's a great pitch.
That will do it here at the ballpark. Clark down looking to end it. Nelson finishes out a 1-2-3 8th inning in YD. The 8-4 win in 7.5. Red Sox 8 runs rather on 11 hits. The big fly from Zach Zubia, a 6-run 4th inning, really powered them past these Firebirds.
It sure did, and it's kind of a relief, you know, especially yesterday at Duncan, and then again today. They went on a little bit of a skid, but looks like the offense has picked back up. The pitching's been good, so that's a great sign heading to the end of the regular season.
The other great sign for YD, no errors after having won in nearly 3/4 of their games.
That's a great point. They have struggled mightily with the errors so far, but really starting to clean things up and really starting to gel, and that should scare some teams, definitely, going into the playoffs.
YD certainly one of the most vaunted offenses in the league. Pitching staff is middle of the pack with a solid bullpen, but the defensive categories is really one of the only things that could hold YD back coming down the stretch here and into the offseason.
Absolutely agree with you, and that is a great point. Every other facet of the game, they're incredible. I don't know if it was you or TJ said earlier, they lead in walks. They walk the most out of anyone, and then lead the league with the least amount of strikeouts. So really disciplined group of guys.
YD winners here. This game wrapped up in just under 2 hours and 45 minutes. Mitch Turansky improves to 2-0, and Eric Miller falls to 0-4. Again, 8-4, the happy final for my broadcast partners, TJ Mathewson, more importantly, Jacob Jordan, Brandon Pelter, saying so long. Off day tomorrow for the Red Sox, but back in action, hosting Chatham, 5 o'clock first pitch on Friday.